My name is Seng S. I work with a company called Flawless MMA Incorporated. We do shows. We're officially with the feeder show for Sengoku Global. Being Oriental, as you whiteys call us, and growing up in Australia, I tried to stay. It was my way of keeping with my culture, keeping in touch with my culture and so forth. So yeah, that's how I got into the martial arts industry, through training basically. I was fortunate enough to be exposed to family members who were involved in decent sized shows over in Japan. I actually used to fight myself way back when MMA wasn't that big, really. I'm 36 now. My first fight I had, MMA fight, was a show. I still remember the promoter's name, Morris Cooper, in Australia. I was very young, I think 16, 17. It was a show called TFC. No gloves, no nothing, just went in there. Title fight championship. Went in there and just kind of slugged it out, got my ass beat. Really fell in love with, MMA at that stage. And that's when I really got more involved with my my senior, as far as promoting was concerned. At the time, he was working with K1, Master Ishii, K1, and then that led on to Pride, and then Sengoku and other promotions. Oh, Rising Promotions in Australia as well. Okay, Flawless FC. We were created for the sole purpose of, being the feeder show, the tester show for Sengoku Global. Sengoku Global head Rutaro Matsumura. He basically said to us, we were charged with, hey, listen guys, we're going to start doing Sengoku Global shows in the States. That was big news for us. Bigger news was it was going to be in a cage. Yep. Long story short, go to the United States, set up the show, let's see how we go. My biggest influence, simply because right now I'm a promoter. Yes, I've been exposed to a lot of Japanese promoters as well, including my senior. That is true. But the market I'm in right now is the US market, and soon to be the UK market. And he's done a lot. So it really is Dana White. I don't like to admit it, but it's true. And I know a lot of promoters won't admit it as well. But a lot of promoters start promoting because of Dana White. Let's not bullshit here. He's done more for MMA than, when I say he's done more for MMA, the company he represents has done more for MMA than anyone will really admit. He's made MMA into what it is today, a mainstream sport. We're not the UFC. We don't try to pretend to be the UFC. What's most important to me right now is that we are in the same industry as the UFC. We're in the mixed martial arts game. I expect Flawless to be around, to stick around. I want longevity. All we really care about is doing what we can with the resources we have. Which is why we've reached out to a show in the UK, Coliseum Sports, MMA. We've reached out to them. We'll be working very closely with them. Not just from a promotional point of view, but from even sharing our business modules and the direction we're headed. We intend to be around. We're not going anywhere. Our first show that we've done in Chicago with my business partner Davidus, even going into there, we were the new boys in town. We were the new boys. Who the hell are these guys? They've come in here, a bunch of Japs, whatever, blah blah blah. They've come in. Who are these guys? They're bringing in these fighters from Eastern Europe and everything else. Who are these guys? A lot of promoters didn't want us there. I know that. They know that. I know who they are. Yeah. I've spoken to them about it. A lot of people just didn't want us to succeed in Chicago. A lot of promoters, I should say, and it's because I guess this is the flaw in the industry. A lot of promoters say, "Oh, UFC is not the only show. UFC is not the only show, right? We've got a show as well." On one hand, they will say that, but then on the other hand, in their own little town, they'll sit there and they've got their own promotion there. Let's say, I don't know, WFC, Wood Fighting Championship. And then another promotion will want to come and do a show in that town, and they get all upset and flustered because they feel they own that territory. No, they don't. Nobody owns the industry. The MMA industry is going to be there with or without you. It's there. It's been created. It's there. So all we're wanting to do with Flawless and Coliseum Sports is do what we can, put on great shows, right, and just put on quality shows, quality matchups, and just be in the industry. Why? Because this is our business. I personally don't care if somebody done a show down the road from me. Why do I care? Then do one. If your show is better than mine, great. If it's not, bad luck. It won't be. But bad luck. Even with Coliseum Sports, I guess the directors of Coliseum Sports, they share the same view. If they understand, they don't own the industry. I don't think they care to own the industry either. This is just an industry that everybody's got to realize. And I said this earlier. The promoter's not the most important. The fighter's not the most important. The judge is not the most important. There's no one that's most important in this game. Without one element, then it falls apart, and you can see that here in the UK. And this is probably going to offend some promoters, and I don't even know them, to be honest. So I'm only passing judgment from what I've seen. But it's not going to offend promoters. It's going to piss them off, and the ones that do get pissed off are bad luck because obviously they're guilty of it. But basically, they're promoting for the sole purpose of promoting themselves and not promoting the sport. That's not going to grow the industry here. It's plain and simple. It's not going to do it. So.
Seng,
yes.
Because we're addicted to MMA, our signature question: outside of martial arts, what are you addicted to?
Outside of martial arts, porn sites. Not kidding. Not porn sites, because they're too expensive. Outside of, I'm addicted to Filipino male order brides. That's what I'm addicted to. Awesome.